Today we are going to learn the analysis of Life of Pi by Yann Martel. In this video we are going to see main characters, themes, 3 parts, aspects, important events, self-perception, conclusion. Main characters are Pi Patel, protagonist, Richard Parker, Bengal tiger, Santosh Patel, Pi's father, Geta Patel, Pi's mother. Piscine Molitor Patel. Pi is the protagonist of the novel. Richard Parker. Richard Parker is a royal Bengal tiger. Santosh Patel, a former hotelier. An animal lover. Santosh is Pi's father. And his teacher. Geta Patel. Geta is Pi's mother. She also a teacher, instilling the love of books in him. Francis Adirubasamy. Francis Adirubasamy, Pi's father's friend. Satish Kumar. Satish Kumar is Pi's biology teacher in Pondicherry's secondary school. Ravi Patel. Ravi Patel is Pi's elder brother. Father Martin. Father Martin is a Catholic priest who introduces Christianity to Pi. The Frenchman. And the cook. The Frenchman and the cook are known as hyena. Major themes in this novel is spirituality, self-perception, science and religion. The Life of Pi tells a story of a young boy whose capacity for belief drives him to follow 3 religions: Hinduism, Catholicism, and Islam. Life of Pi novel has 3 parts. Part 1 details Pi's childhood in Pondicherry, India. His father owns a zoo. Story starts with moving to Pondicherry, to Canada, in ship. Part 2 takes place at Pacific Ocean. Tragedy strikes. And the ship sinks halfway to the Midway Atoll. No one survives, except Pi. And menagerie of animals: zebra, a hyena, an orangutan, and a Bengal tiger. All these creatures, including Pi. Are packed into a 26-foot-long lifeboat. For 7 months. Part 3 takes place in Benito Juarez Informatory, Mexico. 2 civil servants. For the Japanese Maritime Department, in the Ministry of Transport, to interview Pi. Piscine Molitor Patel spent 227 days in the sea with tiger. Pi abandons his lifelong vegetarianism. And eats fish to sustain himself. Richard Parker is actually an aspect of his own personality, and Pi himself is responsible for some of the horrific he has narrated. Aspects of the novel: narrative styles, Canadian names, Indian names. And Russian names. There are 2 Satish Kumars in this novel. Tiger name is mistakenly mentioned as Richard Parker. One Satish Kumar believes in science. And another believes in religion. Pi is the man with more sensibility, but this aspect is not cherished by Pi's father. When the ship sinks, he saves Richard Parker. Pi keeps on shouting, "Richard Parker," and expecting answer from him. Like human being, Richard Parker is a strong companion. One day Pi. And Richard Parker feel very hungry. And turn blind. Anthropomorphism, human qualities, and human characteristics. But not real. The human. In the entire novel, reader can see. How Pi is telling us. The instances that animals are having the human quality. And he kept comparing the 2 worlds of animals. And humans in the background of morality. And violence, while describing his father's zoo. And its animals in Pondicherry. Richard Parker is also like the human being throughout the novel. Next one is relationship between Pi. And Richard Parker. Both Pi and Richard Parker were fighting the same struggle to survive. They both did what they had to do to survive. Pi says that animals are behaving like humans. And sometimes humans are animals. The relationship between the tiger and him is supposed to be a sort of family-like brother relationship. The tiger sees the boy. Not merely as victim or prey, or even as master, but as another being. Pi's ability to expand the use of space in the boat and nearby helps reinforce the tiger's respect for him. Next one is rising action. In the rising action, Pi. And his family have to board a boat headed for Canada with the animals from their family zoo. An important part in this is when Pi. And his brother are being taught about the dangers of animals. By watching a tiger kill and eat a goat. Next one is falling action. The falling action in the novel is the journey that Pi and Richard Parker have while they are stranded out in the ocean. This is also when Pi realizes that Richard Parker may not seem all that bad. Next one is self-perception. Pi was exploring religions. He was also opening his knowledge of science. This knowledge polished the part of personality created under the influence of zoo animals, even as it overlapped with the aspects of Pi's personality, shaped and informed by spirituality. Science and religion merged to create a unified layer in Pi's personality, giving him a unique way of perceiving and coping with the world around him. The theme of self-perception occurs throughout the novel, dressed in different guises, depending on the need of the story. Regardless of its appearance, the self-perception theme is a very strong one in the novel, especially since the novel could be viewed as a Bildungsroman. Bildungsroman is a literary term describing a formative novel about a protagonist and moral growth from their youth to adulthood. By telling this story, Pi is not only related a tale of a great shipwreck and even greater survival. He told a story of a young man's growth, his ups and downs, and his perception of himself. He pointed out that the way we perceive ourselves through religion, or science, or animals, is the most important element.
Subscribe.